from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Mahomes quickly out to Rice. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, KC.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That's complete. Left side to Worthy. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Mahomes back. Left side into the hands of Hopkins. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Throwing to begin, it's Stafford. Finds Nakua on the slant.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. Pass to Robinson. He's got it.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. He'll get this ahead for about 3, with Justin Reed up from the safety spot to make the stop. Second and 7. They go play action with Stafford. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 9-yard line. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
If you have a shot to bring him down early, you just can't miss, Mike. Not against a runner like this. If he slips that first tackle, you can see how much more he can add to a run.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Working out of the gun, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he's into the end zone. Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, Rams.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to take over now for the second time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Gray is the motion man here. First down throw, Mahomes. That's caught. Travis Kelce. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
To the outside, catch made by Hopkins.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd and a yard. Throwing from the gun. Here's Packer. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. Right back to the air from Mahomes. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. Travis Kelce, touchdown KC.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Stafford now on second down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Again, it's Stafford. Open man is Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Carty's kick is good. And the Rams are back within 4 at 14-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Patrick to throw. Open man downfield. It's Rice. So we've reached halftime here at Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. The motion man is Nakua. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. He gets this to the veteran tight end, Higbee. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On 1st down, it is Williams. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Second down, it's Stafford. He'll find his tight end. That's Higbee. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Rams first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Stafford to throw again. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. It's a pickup of 12. First down, L.A.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. He'll get this complete. It's Cup again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
And he's in. Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, Los Angeles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Rams move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the first.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the...
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Akilo Witherspoon. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Cup in motion. To throw is Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Rams.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. It's another run here for Williams. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. So it's 4th down, punting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This returnable from inside his own 40. The Chiefs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Here's 1st and 10. Gray is the motion man here. They'll drop to throw. He connects with Gray on that one. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. Open man right side is Kelsey. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Chiefs first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
On first down, it's Mahomes. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to force overtime. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This one he's gotta have. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool, he's calm, he steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. Here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Gray is the motion man here. A first down throw for Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Mahomes now on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. First and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll look Hopkins' way again. This is also complete.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
A short one caught by Kelsey, and he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Rams offense ready to get back at it. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start first and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Hupp brings it in left side. Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford now on 2nd down. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Stafford now on 3rd down. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. Unloads downfield looking for Nakua. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield. So it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
Throw on 3rd down, Stafford. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Punt team headed out for the Rams. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 17.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. Look at the big guy rumble. And he's going to go all the way to win it here in overtime. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.